Now let's move on to the last exercise where we are going to discuss comprehension, and then at the last we are going to solve some questions. Read the passage and answer the questions given at the end. A king fell seriously ill and all hopes of his recovery vanished. The more the disease was cured, the more it became painful. At last, the physicians agreed that this disease cannot be cured except by means of bile of a person endued with certain qualities. Orders were issued to search for an individual of this kind. A son of a farmer was discovered to possess the qualities mentioned by the doctors. The king summoned the father and mother of the boy, whose consent he got by giving them a huge amount of wealth. The Qazi issued a decree to shed the blood of a person for the health of the king. The boy was brought to the altar and the executioner was directed to slaughter the boy. When all was ready, the boy looked toward the sky and smiled. Now let's move on to the questions. The first question is, what was the cure suggested by the physicians for the ailment of the king? As a cure of this disease, the king has prescribed the bile of a person having certain qualities. Second question is, how did the king get the consent of the parents of the boy? The king got the consent of the parents of the boy by bribing them with a huge sum of wealth. The third question is, why did the Qazi issue a decree to shed the blood of a boy? The Qazi issued a decree to shed the blood of the boy for the sake of the health of the king. Fourth question is, why did the boy look toward the sky? The boy looked towards the sky to seek the mercy of Allah Almighty. The last question is, give the main idea of the passage. This passage has been taken from one of the parables from the Gulistan of Sadi by Sheikh Sadi. It revolves around the idea how the subjects of a king became the face of his oppression and tyranny. The king was prescribed the bile of a person with certain qualities by the physicians as the only cure to his disease, and a boy among his subjects was found to be endued with those qualities. In order to take their consent, his parents were bribed by the king and he was brought to the altar for execution. This incident shows the injustice and selfish attitude of the king, as he was ready to take the life of an innocent boy in order to recover from the deadly disease that he was suffering from. So we are done with the question and answers from the comprehension as well. We will discuss some other exercise of some other chapter in another video, inshallah. This is Huma, your English instructor from tutoria.pk. Allah Hafiz.